Hi guys, Irit here, and I have something different for you today. I usually create a scrapbook layout for my Shimmerz projects, but because there are such fun new products, I thought I would play in my art journal. And the new products are called Acrytones, and they are a self-priming acrylic paint with a matte finish. And I'm using three colors right now. So the blue is Blue My Top, the pink is called Pinkadelic, and this kind of green one is called Jiven Jade or Jiven Jade. Um, and yeah, they're really fun. You can see the colors are very, very intense. I also mixed them with some white acrylic paint for some lighter shades, and that turned out beautifully. So you can totally mix these with your other paints. And now I'm using another exciting product that is called Pasties. And these are smooth dimensional paste with a flat finish, which means that unlike the Dazzlers and the textures from Shimmerz, these don't have shimmer in them. But they do have this lovely texture, and they would be perfect to use with a stencil. But I decided just to play around and see what happens when you use them just as you would a heavy body paint. And they're beautiful. You get these lovely kind of softer colors when you just apply them with a palette knife like you would paint. And the colors I'm using here, the blue is called Baby Boy Blue, and it's beautiful. The pink is called Raspberry Sherbet. Sherbet, I love that word. And the green or kind of turquoise is called Tree Hugger, and I think that one's my favorite. So everything is dry, and this was just my first layer. I didn't use any gesso. I used directly the paint, and it worked great. So I'm trying to do some stamping without a lot of success. So at some point I will just abandon this, and I think at this stage this looks like a huge mess. But I have faith, and I think the fun thing and what I like about art journal pages are the layers, and you just get this complexity of that look, of that layered look, if you use a lot of layers. Okay, I think I've said the word layers enough. So what I'm doing next is just trying to give everything a more unified look, and I mixed some white paint from my stash with the pink Acrytones, and I get this lovely light shade of pink, surprisingly, right? Now I'm mixing it with the jade color, and this is giving me a lovely, very, very light mint. And what did I want to say? Something. Oh yes, I'm just using sorry, the page itself, my journal, as my mixing palette. And if I have any leftover paint, I just scrub it on my paper that is covering now my desk. So things are dry, and now I am going with some pencils, and these are, I think these are, yes, these are Prismacolor pencils. So they are wax based, and that means that if I go on top of them with mists or whatever, they will not budge. And if you use watercolor pencils, you will get a different effect because they will react with wet media. So there's not a right or wrong. It's just, know your supplies and know what they can do, and and use whatever supply depending on the look you want to make. So I'm just making some doodles, just having fun, really. This was all about having fun, playing in my journal, and I really feel that to get this look that I like, which is layered and sketchy and whimsical, you just need to kind of repeat things and add a lot of details and, you know, yeah, just go back in with different colors, different mediums, and play around. So now I'm adding some colorings, and this color is no yoking. And what's nice about it is that it's kind of transparent. So while it tints or colors wherever I add it with this nice shade of yellow, you can still see the drawings and the texture underneath it. So it's not covering everything that I've made till now. And I really like that. And I have to say that everything I added on top of the acrytones, these paints, looked really great. They were, because of their matte finish, they were really fun to write on and draw on with pencil. So I think in general, matte finish or paints with matte finish work really well in art journaling because, you know, you want to add more layers on top of them with pen or pencils or that type of thing. So this is a water soluble pencil, watercolor pencil, and I think this one is from Prima. And you can just see how when I touch it to a wet surface or add some water, the color just reacts. So completely different look, and yeah, just a lot of fun. And now I just want to let it dry, and yeah, I just have to say, you know, I worked over this layout for probably a couple of days, just here and there, you know, letting the layers dry between uses. And by the way, the acrytone paint dry really, really fast. So if you're very impatient, like I know a lot of us are, then they dry super fast. So you can move on with your next layer when you use them. So now again, I'm going back with some more light paint. I really find that for me, using light colors, white or almost white, just helps to tone down everything. I can paint over areas that I find distracting or just not very pretty. And yeah, you know, you shouldn't be afraid to cover things in your journal. This is playing, and eventually it makes things look a lot more interesting, I think, in my humble opinion. I don't have a ton of experience with art journaling. I have a couple of art journals, and mostly I like to play with mixed media on my scrapbook layouts. So it's kind of similar, but not really. And I really want this year to work more in my art journal. So now I'm just creating all kinds of different shades of pink with white paint and the Pinkadelic acrytones. And you can see they're lovely. And this really creates, you know, a harmony if you use just different shades of the same color. So I guess it's called a tint or something if you add white to it. And yeah, just playing around. I want to just add a bit more dimension and definition to these, I don't know, sketchy looking flowers. So I just, you know, I need that different shades. Some are darker and some are lighter to create some depth. And yeah, what else can I tell you? So this journal I picked up at my local art supply store. The paper is what I liked about it. What I like about this journal, I like the size. I guess it's kind of like an 8.5 by 11, something similar, A4 size. I like that size, and I really like that the paper, the journal lies flat. I find it very distracting if it doesn't lie flat, because you can't really work properly on your spread, I feel. So that's what I liked about this journal, but the paper is kind of thin. So I have to be mindful and not soak it with water or mists or something like that. But it's kind of nice. It's a very kind of absorbent paper. So, you know, pretty good for drawing. And if you're using paint like me, then either use gesso or some sort of paint that is, you know, self-priming. Otherwise, everything just goes through the paper, and it can fall apart if you're not careful. So with a black pen, I'm just adding some definitions, some details, repeating elements that I've already drawn before, and yeah, just having a lot of fun. And you can see how I tried with my fountain pen, but because of, I think mostly because I had there the pencil, the watercolor pencil or something. My fountain pen is very, very thin, the tip of it, and I think it just tends to clog up if you use it on, yeah, you have to use it carefully. So I moved on to a bit thicker pen, and that worked really well. It goes on really nicely over the paint. And now I'm just adding some mists. I love that touch of yellow. And you can see over the areas that were painted blue, when I added that yellow, it looks like a green. And when I add it on top of the areas that are pink, it looks yellow. So that it looks orange. So that's because of, you know, color theory and color mixing. And because it's so lovely and transparent. So now I am using my white Uniball Signo pen to add some more details. And yeah, it's starting to look like something. I don't know, it just made me happy. Just these colors and these cute shapes. It was a lot of fun to make. And I think the last thing I'm going to add is some very messy journaling that you're not supposed to understand, and I don't want to understand. I'm just kind of pouring out words that are coming to my head. I don't intend to read it in the future, I think. It wasn't anything too profound. And, you know, sometimes just writing things down is some sort of therapy and release. And I do have, I guess, somewhat of a title there, and it's going to say a lot can happen in a year. And of course, I got my spacing a bit messed up because I didn't bother too much of measuring it, so it goes a little bit off the edge. But yeah, just, I don't know, thinking about things to come ahead and like that are coming for me this year, what I'm going to make of it, some new ideas, and yeah, just I'm hoping this will be an exciting adventure this coming year. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this playtime. Make sure you check out all these new goodies on the Shimmerz website. Don't forget, if you place an order, then mention my name and you will get a free product of your choice. Look at all those glorious layers. Love it. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.